Hey friends, Peter Foscone here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the unboxing of the Canon R7. Now, this was a camera that I have certainly been waiting for quite some time. Since the rumors came out maybe a year and a half ago, possibly even 2 years ago, this was one of the cameras that I was most looking forward to coming out. Now let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing of this. So let's go ahead and show you what's in the box and do a once over with the camera itself. So all of your traditional paperwork, camera strap, battery charger, the camera itself, nothing else in the box. So this is everything that is actually coming in the box. We got the strap, the paperwork, your warranty information, the battery charger, and the camera itself. Now my plan is to do a series of videos every Monday. Today is the first day that this camera came in. Just wanted to do a quick unboxing and just a run around. If you're going to be interested in the R7 and you're not a subscriber to the channel, subscribe down below. Turn on that bell notification so when I go live with a video every Monday on this specific camera, you guys will be notified. So let's go ahead and get all of this stuff out of the way and take a look at the camera itself. All right, let's take care of the top of the camera. Both sides, we have the camera strap connectors. We have the new hot shoe, which allows you to put accessories that Canon's creating with their microphones and their flashes. You have your dial. The dial that we have on top, if you notice, there is no video function for it. So let's go ahead and get to that in a second. In the very front, we have our multi-function button. You can press that, and then using the dials at the top, you can quickly access other functions of the camera. We have the first of the two dials of the camera. This top dial comes pre-programmed as your shutter speed dial. Right behind that, we have the video start-stop. We have your ISO button. You depress that, and then you can change this dial as your ISO or the wheel in the back. We have your lock switch, and then we have your on-off video button on the side here. If you remember, the R5 and the R6 had the on-off button on the left-hand side, and then this one, now they've put it back over to the right. When you turn the camera on, this will automatically put it into photo mode, but if you want to shoot video, you can just immediately push this record button and your video will start to shoot. You move this over to video, then you can also use the function wheel to put it into a mode that you want. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the left side of the camera. This is where you have all of your ports. You have your mic jack that is covered up by these little plastic covers. The camera does have weather sealing. I don't necessarily know how much weather sealing it has. I don't think cameras and water mix all that well, even if it is weather sealed, so just be careful. Behind this one, you have your remote. You have your headphone jack. The R10 does not have a headphone jack, only the R7. And then behind this one, you also have your micro HDMI and your file transfer and battery charging USB Type-C. Now let's flip the camera over and take a look at the right-hand side. This is where you guys have your memory card slots. In order to access this, you just push down and pull, and then you end up having your two UHS 2 compatible SD cards. In order to access them, you just push them in and they click in place. To take them out, push down, you'll hear it click, pull them out, and you're ready to go. In order to close the lid, you just simply do the same thing, just in reverse, slide it over, and you're good to go. Flipping it over to the bottom, this is where we have our tripod mount, and then this is where you access your battery. Just push in, that pops up, and you have your same battery. These are the LPE6NH batteries. These are the same batteries that you're going to find in the R5 and the R6. And then simply just slide in, push them in, then it'll click, and there you go. All right, let's go ahead and flip over to the front of the camera. You have your shutter release, you have your autofocus, manual focus switch. This has now been taken off of some of the lenses and you put it right on the body, which is good. So now you don't have to dig into the menu and actually change it from autofocus to manual focus. It'll be right there. You have your photo assist beam, and then you have your body cap that is covering up the 32.5 megapixel sensor. This is a crop sensor, and the mount is the new RF mount. And then one thing that I also wanted to point out, when the camera is off, you have a shutter curtain that closes so it protects the sensor from dust. You can shoot 15 frames per second on mechanical, and then you can also do 30 frames per second on electronic. And then we also have the same Digic X processor found in the R3, the R6, and the R5. And because we're using the same Digic X processor, I believe the autofocus is going to be very similar to the R3. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be pretty close to the same. And then next to the RF mount, you have your little lens release button right here. Let's go ahead and put this back on. and we'll go to the back of the camera. Back of the camera, you have your menu button. You also have your fully articulating 3-inch 1.62 million dot touchscreen, fully articulating. You have your viewfinder here, which is going to be an electric viewfinder. This comes in at 2.36 million dot, and you also have your little adjustment right here, your diopter. You have your dial, your function dial right here. This is going to operate your aperture. You have the little nipple in the center, your information. You have an AF on button that comes pre-programmed as your back button focus. You have your star and your centering and your zoom. You have now an actual pad instead of a dial here. So this is actually just like a keypad. And then you have your set button here, your play, and your trash. And then some other things that I've missed, you have your little microphones up at the very top. And if I didn't say this already, when you are in video mode, you just operate your video record by hitting your record button. But it's also, again, I just want to reiterate, when it's set into manual photo mode, you can immediately start shooting video just by pressing the record button. So I think that is going to cover the basics of the camera itself. I know this was a very brief overview of the camera. I didn't want anything to be that in-depth. This is just to say, hey, you guys, I've got the camera, and starting every single Monday, I'm going to have a new video covering this camera. And if you've made it this far, I'm also going to do a plug for my second channel. If you guys have noticed and you've subscribed to the channel for a while, you notice my background has changed. I started up a second channel called Whiskey is a Journey. So if you guys are interested in whiskey tasting and the different types of whiskeys that are out there in the whiskey making process, I'll go ahead and leave a link to that channel in the description below. Go over there and check it out if you are interested in that. If not, no big deal. That's where I'm going to leave it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.